if there's a particular difficulty you have, and probably the best example of this, and where I've used it the most, but beyond, is in addictive behavior for those who suffer from substance abuse. And when you are freed from substance abuse, I've told people that, it's easy, quote unquote, to get clean. It's hard to live clean. It's hard to stay clean. And it genuinely is. It's a whole radical change of life. And here's what has to happen. After you're taken out, okay, and now here you are. And imagine I'm right here, and over here is my old life and all of the drugs I used to take. And I say, okay, I don't want to go over there anymore. I used to live over there, but I'm living over here now. I'm not going over there. So I know what I'll do. I'll build a wall. I'll build a wall here so that I can't get over there, which is an important thing to do in any of our lives where we have a particular besetting sin. We need to set things in place to keep us from going there. The anger, the wrath, the malice, the lying, any one of these struck home with you, okay, it's an entirely appropriate thing to say, okay, I'm going to set up a wall here. I'm going to keep myself from that. But you know what you'll do? I'm going to get close to that wall. I'm going to sit on top of that wall. I'm not crossing over. Whatever barrier you put up, you'll find a way to get around it sooner or later. If your focus is on, I'm not going to do that, I'm not going to do that. I used to do that, but I'm not going to do that now. I don't want to do that. I'm not going to do that. Because I know what that is, I'm not going to do that. You see? Where's the focus? Where have you set your mind? It's consumed with that. I'm not going to do it. And then you end up in Romans 7. That which I will to do, I don't do. And that which I will not to do, I do. Oh, wretched man that I am. Right? Here's the thing. We don't stay focused here. Build a wall, absolutely. Whatever it takes to stay away from there. And now, turn your attention this way. Turn your attention unto the Lord. Turn your attention unto those things which the Lord has given you to do, away from that. Jesus tells a story about a man who was delivered of a demon, and a demon went roaming around looking for someplace else to go and couldn't find it and came back to the original person. And he says he found his heart clean but empty. So he took 7 others worse than himself, and they all possessed him again. I don't think that story is exclusively applicable to demon possession. I think it's entirely applicable to how we live our lives and how we live our changed lives. If all we do is stop something and we don't fill ourselves with something, we'll just constantly be in this battle, and we will lose and win, back and forth and back and forth. What God wants us to do is to put off the old man, be renewed. That's a passive action. That's something God does to us. We can't renew ourselves. He renews us. And then put on the new man. And that's the third thing that Paul talks about right here, right? Verse 12. Therefore, as the elect of God, holy and beloved, already. That's already a fact. Not trying to seek to become holy or seek to be loved, because you're already holy, because you're already the beloved of the Lord. Put on these things. Tender mercies. I love that, because you know what? I know how to be merciful in the nastiest way. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. No. Tender mercies. Kindness. Humility, meekness, not to be confused with weakness, long-suffering, bearing with one another. Oh, you really mean I'm supposed to suffer long, not just suffer long, but bear with people. I love what 1 Corinthians 13 says in describing what love is. It says it is long-suffering and kind. You can be long-suffering and not be kind at all about your long-suffering. But what true love, what agape does in our hearts, is long-suffering and kind, bearing with one another. If anyone has a complaint against another, even as Christ forgave you, so you also must do. Ooh, that puts it in perspective, doesn't it? We've been forgiven. What right do we have to have a complaint against somebody else? But above all these things, not instead of, but kind of overseeing it all, put on love, which is the bond of perfection, or the word there for perfection could be translated completion. It's the bond that completes it all, that makes it perfect.